Hey y'all, I've spent enough time playing this guitar, thinking about what I want to say in the discussion board. Um, let's just do it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the difference between country blues and classic blues. I'm going to start with country, and this is a guitar I basically nicked off of somebody who was moving, and I said, "Can I adopt your guitar?" And she said yes. So this is an Astro. It's from about 110 years ago. It's got real basic hardware, and it's really small, actually. You'll see really sick. But this guitar is quieter, more difficult to play and use, and a lot of the people back then didn't have picks, so I'm not going to use that. But the country blues stuff has it's in its infancy, but it's based on a lot of folk stuff, and we're gonna go really quickly over this because if we spend more time, it's gonna be a whole thing. But a musical scale has 7 unique notes in it that we care about: the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, and each of those notes has a chord related to it. Chords can be major or minor, which is like super basically happy or sad, or depending on how you play them, a mix of both. Like that's a little stinky, right? But the country blues usually has a pretty simple form. Using 1, this is the 1, 4, and the 5 chords. That's kind of like their expression, like their most basic parts. You'll also hear a lot of people like singing along with their guitar. Like that's a kind of common thing that would happen. You heard that with the slide. The I think it was Robert Johnson did this on the Crossroad Blues, which is that's fire. For that long ago, that's fire. The slides were also improvised from anything that you could get your hands on that was glass and round. It doesn't matter what it is, you can use it. You can use your cell phone as a slide. Now we're gonna move on to that more classic blues. 1 second. So that thing that I taught you about, the notes of the scale, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The classic blues have a really solid tradition of basically building on the same stuff that jazz was built off of. And jazz really loves doing a specific kind of movement where it goes from number 5 to number 1. But it's not necessarily that it's those specific chords that's important. It's that it's moving 5 positions in the scale. And there's a George Gershwin tune that is really classic, and it's one of his like signature tunes from Tin Pan Alley that uses that. This is I Got Rhythm. I got rhythm. I got rhythm. I got music. I got this is that kind of thing. They took that kind of movement and really simplified it, but they relied on the same principle of going from the 5 chord back to the 1 chord. They use a special quality of it called a dominant that feels very, very much like it wants to go back home. But they used it everywhere, and things started sounding real stink. So, So I'm gonna end you off with a couple licks around a classical blues form, which is sometimes called a 12 bar. It sounds a little different everywhere you go, but if you can recognize the 1, the 4, and the 5, and kind of what order they're playing, you can jump in anywhere. So the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I could go on for hours, but I would never get any homework done. This one was kind of long. Thank you for watching.